Namaste children. Today we are going to discuss the concept of the pressure. What is meant by a pressure? The pressure can be defined as force acting per unit area. Force acting per unit area is called as a pressure. So here it is having the formula pressure is equals to force per area. Force per area means we can write as P is equals to F by A. Whereas P proportional to the F, P is inversely proportional to the A. Means the pressure will be increases with increasing of the force. The pressure will be increases with the decreasing of the area. Otherwise, we can say like this. The pressure will be decreases with the decreasing of the force. The pressure will be decreases with increasing of the area. So, this is about the pressure. And coming to the units of the pressure. Units of pressure. What are the units of the pressure? We have P is equals to F by A. Means the units of the force is Newton. By units of the area is meter square. We have that for centimeter also. And the SI unit is one more unit we have, that is Pascal. The unit of the pressure is Newton per meter square or Newton per centimeter square or Pascal. What is meant by 1 Pascal here? 1 Pascal is equals to 1 Newton by 1 meter square. Means if you take a body, on this body, if the area of this body is 1 meter square, area is 1 meter square. If I am applying the force of 1 Newton on this unit area of 1 meter square, then it is called a Pascal. Means if 1 Newton of the force is acting on a 1 meter square of area of body, then it is called as a 1 Pascal. So this is about the pressure and the units of the pressure. Now let's discuss deeply about the pressure. So with the help of following activity here. Now for this, to explain about the pressure, we are taking 2 wooden planks. On these 2 wooden planks, I am taking iron nail here. One iron nail is in sharp edge of the wooden plank, one is broad edge of the front plank. With the help of a hammer, I am hitting this iron nail. What will happen? This iron nail will go down or goes inside of the wooden plank. Whereas in the second case, will it goes? No, it will not goes inside of the wooden plank. Why it is happening? As we discussed just now, the pressure is proportional to the 1 by area. Means if area increases, pressure will be decreased. If pressure decreases, automatically the force also decreases. So is it possible to apply this concept for this case? Yes, exactly. We can apply here. Look at here. We are applying a force. So the iron nail is attaching to it is going inside of the wooden plank. The area of the contact of the iron nail to the wooden plank is very small. So here area is very small. So we can say that is pressure will be increases or not? Yes, pressure will be increased. As you know that is this pressure will be proportional to the force. So if pressure increases, force increases, the amount of force you are applying that will completely fall on this iron nail and it will goes inside. Okay. Now in this case, the pressure is proportional to 1 by area. Again, the area of the contact between the iron nail and the wooden plank is more, so pressure will be less. If pressure is less, the amount of force is acting on the iron nail to the wooden plank will be less. So like this, the pressure will play a key role in case of sharp edges. Okay children, now we are going to discuss more about the pressure with the help of one more activity. For this, I am taking a jar or a container. In this container, I am taking mud, so in this mud I am taking 2 bricks. Now you can see that is these 2 bricks are in the same height in the mud. Now the area of the brick are same, but here I am applying the force of 10 newtons in AB, and here I am applying the 50 newtons of the force in the B brick. Now you see in which brick will go inside of the mud. You know that is, of course, the 50 newtons force applied by the here this brick will goes inside. Why? Because here area is constant, the pressure proportional to the pressure is equal to F by A. Here area is constant, means P proportional to F, more force, more pressure. So whatever the amount you are applying on this brick, that is completely acting on this brick. So it is going down. So same area is constant. In which brick you are applying a more force, that brick will go inside. Now same activity we are going with the help of different things. Now I am taking this brick in horizontal way of say 15 newtons of the force I am applying on this brick, A brick. Now you see which brick will go inside. As we know that is P is equal to F by A. Here same forces are applying, so force is constant. P is proportional to 1 by A. Whose area is very small, their pressure will be more. If their pressure is more, their applied force will be acted completely. So that brick will go inside. So whose area is small here? Brick B area is very small here. So if brick B area is small, so whatever the force you are applying, that will be completely utilized by this brick and it will go inside. Whereas here, whatever the force you are applying, that is going to be divided on the area. That's why it is not going inside. So this is about the pressure now. Now we are going to study about the pressure exerted by the liquids. In earlier sessions we discussed that is force will act on a unit area which is called pressure. Will the liquids show the force on a unit area? Yes, the liquids also will show the force on the unit areas. Now let's discuss about the pressure exerted by the liquids with the help of one following activity. Here I am taking a glass tube. This glass tube having both sides are open. One end of the glass tube I am closing with the help of one balloon. Right. This glass tube is filling. I am filling this glass tube with the help of water. Initially I poured some amount of the water inside. Some half of the glass tube is filled. At that time, I observed the balloon. The balloon is filled with the water and it becomes weight. And I can able to see also the structure of the balloon. Now if I keep on increasing the water, I am pouring the water, I increase the height of the water in the glass tube to the 3/4 of the glass tube, so that when I increase the height of this water, at the bottom also the size of the balloon starts increasing, means it is bulging. What we can say that is, when I am increasing the water inside of a glass tube, at the same time the expansion is also occurring at the bottom, means the liquid is showing the force on this area of the balloon, right? So the force which is acting on the unit area of this balloon, that's why it is applying some pressure on the balloon, so it is expanding here. So we can say this with the help of this following activity. The liquid is showing the pressure on the balloon, so liquids will exert the pressure. What are the conditions the liquids can exert the pressure? Means the liquids always show the pressure at the bottom side, means the pressure of the liquids always downward direction, and the amount of the pressure will depends upon the height of the column of the water in the containers. So here the height of the water in the container initially is less, it is showing a less amount of force on the balloon, it is expanding less. Wherever I increase the height of the liquid in the container, when increasing of the liquid, it is showing force on the bulb, it is increasing, so the pressure is increasing. So what are the conditions? What we come to know here? The liquids always shows the force at the downward direction, and the liquid will show the pressure at the downward direction while increasing of the water column. Means more increasing of the water column, more pressure at the bottom. Means the weight of the liquid will act always downward direction. So by this activity we can conclude that is, the liquids will exert the pressure on the objects, and this pressure is always at the downward direction, and the pressure will be depends upon the height of the column of the liquids. More height, more pressure at the bottom. Okay children, just now we discussed about the pressure exerted by the liquid. So with the help of one activity we discussed the pressure is exerted at the downward direction, and this pressure which is acting in the downward direction depends upon the height of the column of the water or liquid. Now we are going to discuss that is, will this liquid show the pressure at sides of the container? Yes, the liquid will show the pressure at sides of the containers also. We can call as the walls of the container. Now with the help of one activity we are going to show that is, will it show the force or pressure at the sides of the wall of the container or not? Now I am taking a cool drink bottle which is already used. At the bottom I did one hole and I connected one pipe. At the other end of the pipe I am attaching the one balloon here. Here this container or in this bottle I am taking the water. When I am filling this water is going in here and it is filling the balloon. When this balloon, at the initial case, the balloon will be at the same size. When I keep on pouring the water, what is happening? This balloon size is going on increasing. Means what? The water is filling inside. Means the water is showing the force on this area. So the liquid which is showing the force on this area, so means the liquid is exerting some pressure on the sides of the container or the sides of the wall. So with this activity we can say that is, yes, liquids will exert the pressure on the walls of the container. Okay children, now we are going to discuss about the pressure exerted by the liquids. Is it same or not at the same depth? So with the help of one following activity, we prove it. I am taking a cool drink bottle. So with some sharp edge, sharp nail, I am making some holes at the same height. I closed that with the help of one tape. I fill this container or the cool drink bottle up to height of half of the bottle or 3/4 of the bottle. Now what I do, I open this holes at the same instant. So what is happening? I observe that is where the water is falling, and I calculate the height and distance also where the water is falling. Now again same height container I am taking, or cool drink bottle I am taking. This time I did the holes in different heights. Again I pour the water and I open the holes at the same instant. I observe that it is falling at a long distance. It is here. Means from this activity what I observe is the pressure is increases when the height of the water column is increases. Means the pressure will be more at the bottom. When the height is increasing, the pressure will be decreases. From this what I observe that is the pressure will be same at a particular same depth. It will be shows equal pressure on the wall. But here the pressure is different while the height is increasing. So if you take at the bottom, the pressure is more, that's why the water is falling at a long distance. While the height is increasing, the falling of the liquid is decreasing its distance from the bottom. So from this we can view that is the pressure exerted by the liquids will vary with the height of the water column.